I'm Ari Costa.
And I'm Eren Celeboglu.
And we're the directors of All Fun and Games, and it is out now and on demand.
Go watch it.
The horror movie I remember seeing the earliest, I was like 5 years old, Nightmare on Elm Street, and that messed me up real bad. I went home that night, I went into my house, and I called out for my family everywhere, and I couldn't find them. And it turns out that my mom, my dad, and my sister were all hiding in the back room and jumped out to scare me, and I slept on my sister's floor for like a year.
For me, hands down, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It felt like a documentary. It felt real. And it was a super low budget film that was a phenomenon.
I used to play this game that we just called the Dark Game, which was basically an excuse to beat people up. We would just turn off the lights in the bedroom, and it was me, my buddy, and my stepbrother. Like, there were two double beds. We just jumped from bed to bed, like clotheslining each other and just beating the crap out of each other. I think there was a flashlight involved too, but I just remember it was the Dark Game.
Still the Dark Game?
Yeah, similarly, it was probably like Red Rover, a game where you were like, okay, I can now run into people as hard as humanly possible.
You know, initially it came into AGBO as a spec script by J.J. Brader. I think the initial hook of a demon that plays twisted versions of children's game, that's something we can work with. What was really important for us was finding the relatable, grounding the characters, and working on the family dynamic.
We love the idea of mixing genres and smuggling a coming-of-age story into a horror movie, and so the other influences were Lady Bird, mid-90s, 8th grade, to really try and encapsulate real kids as opposed to movie kids. And so that for us always was really exciting to be able to marry two genres into one.
The upstairs of the barn, that's where we were able to achieve exactly what we wanted to.
But then also the in-between stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Which was this sort of dirty yellow light and this old Japanese lens that our DP found.
The in-between actually was like a true collaboration. It's like the parallel version of the house, and we came up with the idea of pulling some of the furniture out with our production designer, and then Cassie Whiting, one of our producers, came up with the idea of putting sheets shrouded over some of the furniture to make it feel like the family had left the home. Joe Russo was talking about doing something with color, and then our DP came up with the idea of the lens we would use, so it was like really like a collaboration to come up with this. So there's this beer called Narragansett. My dad introduced me to because he grew up in Fall River. And the most sort of significant thing about that beer is it's featured in Jaws. Robert Shaw drinks it on the boat in the end. Our little nod to Jaws, and also growing up in the Northeast, is that Uncle Bob drinks Narragansett, and there's a Narragansett poster in the garage in his little room there.
And the end of the movie, our very favorite Easter egg, ghosts of the Puritans are in the windows. The idea being, the trauma never goes away, which Ari fought for because they're like, we don't have time, we don't have those kids. So we just dress doubles and put them in the costumes.
Fangoria magazine is in the film, and on the cover of Fangoria are two short films. So The Bride and then The Internet Kills. The Internet Kills is actually my stepfather who plays the monster in that short film of ours, and he sat in the prosthetic makeup chair for 3 hours getting decked out in that. So those are little nods to our past.
Hard, beautiful, satisfying.
Yeah, for sure. Witch emoji, zombie emoji, and then the family emoji.
I would say the crying emoji, a knife emoji, and then I would say a demon emoji.